Welcome all again. Now we are going to proceed towards the lead lecture session 4, and the first lecture is precision nutrition strategies for sustainable indigenous cattle farming. And the speaker for this lead presentation is Dr. Manoj Kumar Aware sir, Chief Thematic Program Executive, Animal Nutrition and Climate Action, BIF, Urali Kanchan, Pune. Sir, I welcome you here in a national seminar on indigenous cow, um organized by Ajit Dada Pawar Indigenous Cattle Research Cum Training Center. So I welcome you, and I request you that you proceed towards your presentation.
Sure, sir. So thank you so much, sir. First of all, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to the organizers for giving this an opportunity to present my lead paper on very important aspect, because you know that livestock industry is the biggest one, and then in livestock development program, most important thing out of three important things is the animal nutrition. So precision feeding is equally important. So just I will give you my brief introduction. So I'm Dr. Manoj Kumar Aware. Uh, I'm animal nutritionist of BIF and working since last 20 years in BIF. Earlier, I had work experience with almost 4 years in Venkis in Uttar Feeds Private Limited as an assistant production manager. Then Hindustan Feed, and totally around 24-25 years experience is in the field of animal nutrition. So right now, I'm working as Chief Thematic Program Executive for animal nutrition and climate action themes in BIF, and looking after the different research projects sponsored by Indian as well as foreign funding contributors and sponsors. Even apart from that, I'm looking after the product development, then in-house feeding trials, then climate change and climate action. So right now also I'm implementing two international projects sponsored by the Cornell University, and I'm poorly working on the reducing the methane emission from enteric fermentation. So likewise, this is just, brief introduction about myself. So without wasting time, I will start my presentation because considering time limit. So I will share my screen. Yeah, just a minute. Is my, window visible? My PPT visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, sure, sure. Just a minute. Not getting an option of hiding it. Okay, nevertheless, yeah. So welcome to this session, important session and topic on the precision nutrition strategies for sustainable indigenous cattle farming. So actually, you know that this is the scenario of why indigenous cattle is important, because you know that it is very well adapted breed, and then again, as per the local climate, agroclimatic conditions, those breeds, local indigenous breeds, can sustain the stress as well as drought condition, and even they can digest the poor quality feed resources as well with minimal management cost. So that is what the peculiarity is. And second important thing that they possess a strong resistance to many of the endemic diseases and parasites, because nowadays in case of crossbred and even elite animals, most important problem is related to disease resistance and kind of thing. Because they are very susceptible to those diseases. Apart from that, yes, they are also providing different products, including milk manure, drought power, and most important thing that regular income is being generated, because nowadays you can see that which kind of adulteration is going on into the market, and based on that now people are realizing that why indigenous breeds are important and how quality of that milk is important. So likewise, figures and facts are in front of you that 142 million indigenous breed or cattle is lying with our livestock population of 535 million. So you can imagine that how much it is contributing to the agricultural gross value added and even GDP and kind of thing. And why indigenous cattle matter? Most important thing, climate resilience, disease resistance, multiple benefits, and economic contribution. And of course, it is making this business as a self-sustainable model. So likewise, this is what the importance of indigenous breed. And you can see those pictures because I mean taken most of the pictures from field visits also. So you can see this kind of situation we are observing. It is indicating that because of lack of awareness or lack of resources, those smallholder farmers, they are not able to feed their animals properly, and that's why they are not in a position to encash an opportunity of getting their milk potential. So that is what the scenario right now. So considering this, what we should do, because these are the challenges, that most categorized wise, I have categorized in two categories. Number one is the general challenges, and another one is nutritional challenges. So in general challenges, yes, poor reproductive performance. I would like to share an example of my survey, which I have conducted under AICRP program of ICR. So you can imagine that more than 30 to 35% cases have been observed for anistus conditions. So likewise, the repeat breeding, then abortion. Those are the conditions which were observed pan Maharashtra. So likewise in India also, in throughout the part of the country, there are different reproductive failures. Reasons may be different, but that is one of the challenges. Another important challenge is feed and fodder scarcity. Yes, of course, data is indicating that around 65 to 67% is the shortfall in availability versus requirement of the feed and green fodder. Apart from that, around 25 to 27% is the shortage of the dry fodder. Likewise, there are feed and fodder shortages or scarcities throughout India. And even if you talk about Maharashtra, so that is very common because Maharashtra is very vast area. It is divided in different agroclimatic zones. So you can see the scenarios within one region also. You can see the condition like drought, condition like very green condition. So likewise, these are the one of the challenges. Another important challenge is low milk productivity and quality, because again that genetics component is also equally important in one of the general challenges, because lack of awareness is the major factor, and that is why that smallholder farmer is not adopting different kind of genetical tools. So for example, genomic selection, then sex sorted semen. So again, it will take certain era or time to go for this kind of adaptations and adoptions of the different technologies. But that is also one of the challenges, that low milk productivity as well as quality of the milk is also concerned. Another important aspect or vertical is the nutritional challenges. So within nutritional challenges, there are too many, but I have categorized in three basic categories. That is poor quality feed resources. Mostly in Indian conditions, crop residue feeding is very common because it is easily available. And based on that, again, you can imagine that those crop residues are not good enough to provide the proper nutrition. But unfortunately, because of lack of water availability, then another important thing, lack of awareness and lack of input for growing cultivable fodder. So that is what the scenario which we are observing, and that is why poor quality feed resources is the one of the challenges. So again, there is a possibility that how we can enhance those poor quality feed resources. Yesterday only I had, recording for the Doordarshan, where I have straightly mentioned different methods and, treatments for enhancing the poor quality feed resources. So that is what the need of time actually, and that is very much essential. Another important factor is imbalanced nutrition. Yes, of course, because if you see an example of Maharashtra, in case of Marathwada and Vidarbha, you know that there is different feeding practices. There are different feeding practices. In Western Maharashtra, it is different. Why it is so? Because of based on the availability of the raw material. Second important thing, awareness of the farmers and illiteracy. And that is why what the reason which is making imbalanced feeding for their livestock. So that is also one of the biggest challenges. And another important thing, that is climate change impacts. Of course, you can imagine, because my specialized activity, one of the specialized activities is the climate change and climate mitigation and climate actions to be taken. So likewise, climate change impact is one of the very major challenges, because it is ultimately related to enteric fermentation, and that is why it is related to nutritional challenges. So definitely we will talk later about this one as well. Now, considering all those hurdles, all those challenges, what we should do? We should think for a concept like precision nutrition. See, I remember when I joined Venki's in 2002. So at that time, that uh, when I was discussing with the manager, then production team, and then taking feedback from the marketing team. So at that time, it was very much essential at that time also that what is precision nutrition? So that is very common in poultry. But what about the large ruminants, particularly cattle and buffaloes? Because most of the organized dairy farmers, they are managing their herd by precision nutrition, providing proper nutrition. But what about the smallholders? In most of the smallholders, they are rearing indigenous cattle. So that is what the challenge in front of us. And accordingly, we will have to manage the precision nutrition. So what is precision nutrition? So straightly, it's a science-based feeding approach that provides the right nutrient to the right animal in the right quantity at the right time and at the right cost. And that is what is straightly maximizing the nutrient use efficiency plus making it cost effective and maximizing the minimizing the feed wastage and trying to avoid the nutrient losses. And of course, that is an effect that greenhouse gas emissions will also be reduced. So that is what the precision nutrition. This is not any kind of miracle and kind of thing. Whatever availability is there, based on that, we will have to add it or use it precisely, and that is what the precision nutrition. And that is what it is written. That is uses of ration balancing program, then mineral supplementation, use of artificial intelligence, then IoTs, then wearable sensors, needs, etc., etc. Then what are the benefits of this, precision nutrition? So those are most important thing, improved feed efficiency. And of course, it is affecting the milk production. Then second is the better reproductive performance and animal health. Of course, once you are improving the feed efficiency, ultimately, which is affecting the digestibility, then improving their, immunity. And those are the reasons that they are getting, better performance in terms of reproduction also, because they are getting proper nutrients, proper minerals in balanced condition. And that is what it is correlated with each other. Another important benefit is reduced feed cost, of course, because sometimes that because of lack of awareness or because of lack of inputs, generally those farmers are feeding as per their recommendation, not as per scientific community recommendation. And that is why it is increasing the cost and not getting that much benefit in terms of productivity enhancement. So ultimately, it is reducing the feed cost and methane emission. And most important thing, making this business as a sustainable and climate smart indigenous cattle farming. And that is what very much essential in precision feeding. Now, what are the different factors to be considered while making a concept of precision nutrition? Most important thing, breed. Which kind of breed is rearing the farmer or anyone else? Then age of that animal, then physiological status. Yes, of course, हम सभी को एक तरीका खाना नहीं खिला सकते. Same thing is happening here, or we will have to implement here that we cannot, give same diet to each and every category of the animal, but as per their physiological status, at least we can categorize in, some sort of categories that I will tell you later on in upcoming slides. Another important factor is production level. Of course, based on the production, otherwise, that you are having 8 to 10 cows and you are giving same diet and quantity to all those 8 to 10 cows, then that will not be useful. And that is what another important quality factor. One of the factors is the feed quality. Yes, of course, which kind of feed you are feeding to your animal, and no doubt environmental conditions, because it is varying that stress factor is also equally affecting the productivity. And that's why we are recommending that environmental conditions based feeding practices should be followed. Now, here it is an explanation why precision nutrition is required, what are their advantages, and how to achieve precision animal nutrition. See, actually, when I wrote that article and sent it to the organizers, so based on that, I have made a presentation. But I have tried to amalgamate my knowledge as well as field experiences. This is not a theoretical kind of thing, and that's why, based on our field experiences, I have tried to incorporate those points only. Most important thing, why precision nutrition is required. So most important thing is the improve nutrient use efficiency. See, actually, because of crop residue based feeding practices, there are chances of improper utilization of the nutrient. So that's why we will have to improve through precision nutrition. Then reduces feed wastages, reduces feed cost, minimizes environmental impact. Now, what are the advantages? It increases the productivity and performance, of course, because when you are going to follow this precision feeding, including ration balancing and all those tools and kind of thing, even treatment of the poor quality roughage, so it is affecting the increased productivity and performance. That is what very much important for the smallholder as well as any kind of milk producer. Then another advantage is improve the feed conversion efficiency. See, there are different, proven theories and even researchers also proven it that there are different techniques and methods because of which there will be feed conversion efficiency improvement. And of course, we should follow the same. Then enhance animal health and reproduction. Obviously, once you are improving the nutrition, because already they are having genetic potential, you will have to just enhance their nutritional aspect, and based on that, they can enhance the animal health and reproduction as well. And most important thing, after following these precision feeding, where we are going to incorporate antimethanogenic feed supplements like Tarif. So definitely there will be reduction in the greenhouse gases emission. That is very biggest and broad subject, but I will just try to tell in very brief. Another important thing, how to achieve this precision animal nutrition. So most important thing that phase feeding according to the production stage, because in later slides you can see in detail, but here as a summary I'm sharing, that is phase feeding is very much essential because it's a physiology, number one. Number two, of course, phase wise feeding will enhance actual requirement fulfillment and accordingly output in terms of milk production as well as preparation for next lactation. So that is what importance of phase feeding. Then precision ration formulation using feed analysis. Generally in Indian conditions, no one is going to follow the feed library assessment and based on that then precision ration formulation. That is a practical problem. But definitely researchers and extension workers like us will have to come forward and ask those farmers to follow this feed formulation based on the feed analysis. I would like to give an example of, say, for example, one of the important prestigious projects which I am implementing at BIOF. So, feed library establishment project, which has been sponsored by Cornell University. So you can imagine that I have collected more than 1,200 feed photo samples from Pan Maharashtra, and based on that, again we are establishing feed library. And first time in India, it is going to be happen that each and every feed ingredient will be analyzed for 60 different parameters. So you can imagine starting from macro elements to micro elements to everything we are going to analyze. And that is what first time will be happening in India. So that is why it is essential that precision ration formulation by using feed analysis should be there. Another important thing, automated feeding and sensor-based analysis. Yes, of course, particularly for the organized farm, we are recommending. And out of that, again, that most of the farmers, they are getting results as well. Another important thing is the continuous evaluation of and diet adjustment. See, actually, that cow during the lactation of 300 days, so what she is doing, she is going through different phases. And accordingly, we will have to calculate re-diet of that particular animal. And that is the way to achieve the precision animal nutrition. So, last point is also equally important. That is continuous evaluation and diet adjustment. It doesn't mean that once you formulating the diet will long last forever. So that is what the important one. Sir, just for information, am I audible to all of you? Because it is network is showing fluctuation. Am I audible?
Yeah, audible.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. So likewise, these are the three important aspects. Why precision nutrition is required, what are the advantages, and how to achieve precision nutrition, animal nutrition. Now, what are the steps of the precision animal nutrition? Because theoretically it is easy, but practically it is a bit difficult. And that is why role of veterinarians, role of animal nutritionists, role of extension workers is now being implemented over here. So first step is nutrient requirement assessment. See, actually you are having whatever number of animals with you. So we will have to assess animal, which kind of breed, what is the composition of the milk, what is the quantity of the milk. Based on that, what are the feed resources available with the farmer or milk producer? You will have to analyze that feed or at least go through a data or feed library where you can see the different parameters nutritional content of that feed. Accordingly, you will have to formulate a ration, which should be cross-checked with the animal nutritionist, and based on that, monitor the performance. Accordingly, most important thing, evaluation of the BCS. See, actually, body condition score is equally important. It doesn't mean that too much of the body condition score or lean body condition score will help you. No. So definitely monitoring part is also technically important, and adjust diet. See, based on the BCS, because there is a possibility that sometime because of malpractice of the farmer, malpractice of itself an individual animal. So there are chances that miscalculated diet may get to that animal, and which is affecting the BCS. Sometimes overweight, sometimes underweight. So at that time, monitoring is equally important, and you will have to adjust the diet. So after doing or following this, then it will optimize the feed efficiency and improve the productivity. So first step is nutrient requirement assessment. And obviously, it will reduce the nutrient losses as well. So first step is very much important, in which data related to individual animal, data related to available feed resources, and data related to monitoring of that animal after ration balancing is equally important. Now, next step is feed resources assessment. Actually, here also I would like to share one example. There are different methods and techniques of feed resources assessment. Even I have implemented one of the very prestigious projects in the year 2015 itself, in collaboration with ILRI, International Livestock Research Institute. They were sponsored as well as the implementing partners as well, the co-partners. So I have implemented that project in three different steps. We have used different tools for feed resources assessment. But straightly, what you can do that assess feed quality through laboratory analysis. Say, weight chemistry is most important factor for us. There are too many laboratories. Individual personal, laboratories are available. Laboratories with BIOF is also available. Say, for example, we are giving very at cost rate to the farmers, where we are having chemical laboratory under bioanalytical laboratories, where you will get a possibility of getting, feed fodder resources for their proximate principle, for their minerals. So likewise, animal husbandry department is also having their laboratory. But the thing is, there should be a facility to test those feed fodder resources. One of the important techniques is near infrared spectroscopy technology. No doubt, nowadays it is increasing, and it is getting available in field conditions as well. So that small mini model is also available into the field conditions, which you can use, mobile kind of thing. Another important thing, evaluate nutrient composition of different fodders, then crop residues and byproducts. Develop a precision feeding ration using feed analysis, mobile testing units, and digit feed-based database. And another thing is improve nutrient use efficiency for higher productivity and profitability. Just to summarize this slide, of course, following feed resources for their assessment, either of the means in terms of laboratory support, in terms of mobile laboratory support or LIS technology, you should assess that available feed resources. Based on that, utilization of indigenous feed resources. See, actually, instead of, because I have tried to just give some of the representing, peaks, but try to understand that maximize use of local feed resources to reduce the cost. For example, in case of Marathwada and Vidarbha, there are too many crop residues which are available. Say, for example, cotton stalk, which is easily available. But unfortunately, technically, it is having very high lignin content and making a lignosulfidic bond, and which is making hardening of that stalk and not palatable, not digestible. So what we can do? We can give them, because recently we have published the data, and that we have successfully conducted that project sponsored by RGSTC in Vidarbha and Western Maharashtra as well. So we have treated that cotton stalk with ozone treatment, because of which their digestibility have been enhanced up to 65 to 70%. But apart from that, we have utilized as a feed resource, and we have used it in complete feed. And after feeding those complete feed, we have received excellent results in terms of improved productivity and health as well. So such kind of examples I can give you. There are too many unconventional kind of raw materials which are available, which you can use in feeding of the animals. Then conserve quality fodder. Yes, of course, silage is a big industry now. So that is what very much essential and important. I will not go through in detail because everyone knows. So silage is also one of the important technologies which you can use for indigenous feed resources. Another important thing, upgrade feed value. Yes, there are different techniques and methods. Basically, physical, chemical, biological, and combination of all. These are the three basic categories where water also, dry and wet methods are available. So these are the different examples. I will not go in detail, but such kind of, technologies and interventions you can use and upgrade the feed value of poor quality crop residues which are available with the farmer. And that is why I'm focusing that utilization of indigenous feed resources which are available at the doorstep of the farmer. Another important thing is the improve feeding efficiency. There are too many, feed supplements which you can use. Say, for example, different cultures are available. Even institute like VNIT, because generally we used to make tie-up with such kind of, research faculties where we can conduct different trials and we are implementing those output in biofield conditions. So likewise, it is essential to, improve the feeding efficiency by using different supplements. There are different enzymes which are available in the market or with the research institutes. Even MAPSU is also working on that. But unfortunately, that dissemination at the field level is a challenge. And then we have to discuss and share that how we can disseminate it into the field conditions. So fourth method, the step is precision ration balancing. Because up till now, we have analyzed the requirement of the animal, we have assessed the feed quality, then we have tried to improve the feed quality by different methods and techniques. Now question how to make the ration balancing by using precision method. So yes, of course, there are different techniques which you can use. Straightly, animal nutritionists can formulate their diet, animal's diet. Then another important thing, because of these methods, because you know that there are different softwares, there are different methods, there are different algorithms which you can use by using the locally available feed resources. For example, NDDB is also providing software to the farmers. There are too many actually. So even National Institute of Animal Nutrition and Physiology, they have made user-friendly, chart kind of ration balancing card where you can adjust the available feed resources and you can then it will calculate the actual diet of that animal. So such kind of different models are available. Only thing is that you will have to utilize it by applying your knowledge with the help of available feed resources. Now, it will improve the feed efficiency and increase the milk yield up to the extent of 10 to 20%. Yeah, it is proven one because ration balancing itself contributing 20 to 25% enhancement in the productivity. Again, it will reduce the feed cost, of course, because many times it is happening that because of lack of knowledge or non-availability of the different ingredients, farmer is using regular feed and fodder, which is causing more cost. And most important thing, that is computerized ration formulation. Yes, through veterinary services, dairy cooperatives, earlier told by me, those are available into the market, which you can use for our farmers and promote climate smart and sustainable livestock production. That is what very important because community-based adoption and extension support. What does it mean? Every point I am trying to give a live example of bio. I'm not promoting any activity of the bio, but I'm just sharing, which is very really good and useful. Here, for the last point, example of different FPOs, particularly in Nashik area, what we did as a part of adoption strategy to reduce the methane emission, we have created patented technology of slurry filtration of the biogas model. Because I worked and handled bioprom and biofertilizer as well as vermicompost unit, a biogas unit for almost 16 years. And with the help of hard efforts from my team, we could achieve two patents. So out of that, one patent is for the slurry filtration. And by using that slurry separated water, we have again got another patent to produce liquid organic fertilizer. And by using that liquid organic fertilizer and dung cake, we are producing biologically treated phosphate-rich organic manure by adding rock phosphate. So which is ultimately reducing the methane emission because of proper dung manure management. Second important thing, it is reducing the cost of chemical fertilizer because 100% DAP SSP can be replaced. So that technology, we are making it scalable at community level with the help of FPOs and different SHGs. So that is what very important step in precision ration balancing as well. That which kind of any kind of adoption or technological interventions is there, you will have to adopt it into the field conditions with the help of different FPOs or communities. So that is what the fourth stage or fourth step. Now, precision feeding across different physiological states of the animal. Because earlier I told you, we cannot offer same diet to each and every animal. So that is why it is essential to provide such kind of precision nutrition based on the different phases and physiological states. So particularly, you can see 3-4 points I have mentioned here. That nutrient requirement, it is changing from age to age as well as physiological stages of those animals. Another important thing that feeding should be tailored for different purposes: breeding, then growth, then pregnancy, then lactation, phase-wise feeding, then for dry period, etc., etc. And no doubt that stage-wise or stage-specific nutrition, it optimizes the health, productivity, as well as the reproductive performance of that animal. Now we will see that which kind of precision feeding should be followed as per the different physiological states. So starting from birth, so no doubt that calf stage is very essential and important one. So friends, everyone knows why colostrum is essential, but it is essential to, aware that farmer, instead of, using it for their own consumption, particularly colostrum, he should give that colostrum to the calf because ultimately it will, become later an adult cow where immunity matters a lot and colostrum is the source of immunity. So likewise, these are some sort of example. Even milk replacer, yes, of course, because milk replacer technology have already shown that ultimately 40% to 45% cost can be saved by avoiding direct milk feeding. Instead of that, you can provide milk replacer. So such kind of interventions you can, promote through different farmers. Another important thing, calf starter. Yes, of course, instead of giving some sort of concentrate ingredients like cake or de-oiled cake, you can straightly ask that farmer to provide, a calf starter, maybe from reputed feed manufacturer or maybe from cooperative dairies, but that calf starter should be of quality and any kind of toxic free as well as fungal growth free. So such kind of intervention is equally important. And most important thing, that growth monitoring. Because what I'm observing into the field conditions, because I'm moving in 19 states across India. But what I'm observing that in within same state, within same region, there are different, different chances that growth rate is more varying from place to place. Why it is so? Because most important thing, non-following of the proper nutritional aspects or feeding practices. So growth monitoring is equally important, and for which you have to teach that farmer how to measure the body weight, then how to calculate the average daily gain, total body weight gain. So it is very much essential to promote that farmer to keep a record of feed intake, health status, growth rate, etc. Because ultimately it will affect overall performance of that calf, then which will be becoming heifer and then adult cow. So it will also help veterinarians and nutritionists like us to formulate a diet for those animals. So that is what calf stage. Now heifer stage. So yes, of course, because that proper achieving the targeted average daily weight gain is ranging from 0.6 to 0.8, depend on the breed, and we will not go in figure and fact because ultimately it is varying from breed to breed. But main important thing that achieving targeted body weight growth so as to maintain the attain the puberty and breeding is very much essential. Another important thing, and then how will you achieve that? By following the proper calf stage feeding. By earlier I have told you in earlier slide. Then another important thing, maintain optimum growth rate. Yes, sometimes it is possible because of lack of awareness or cost effectiveness that underfeeding may be possible, which is ultimately affecting delayed puberty. Sir, we are observing through different, biopsy field working states that age at first coming is varying from area to area and based on the feeding practices. So it may be possible that underfeeding or overfeeding is also observed. So you will have to avoid that one. Then provide balanced protein. Yes, adequate crude protein, because see that there is requirement of different amino acids and which will support the lean tissues as well as skeletal growth. Because you know that this is very much essential that quality protein should be provided, and that is why some players of marketing, cattle feed manufacturers, they are manufacturing specialized feed for the keepers as well. Rather, what farmer is doing, he just feeding either of cake to that keeper, which is affecting wastage of money, wastage of time, and based on that, again getting not puberty on time. And those are the reasons because of non-achieving of the growth rate. So hence, provide balanced protein is equally important. Then ensure mineral and vitamin supplements. Yes, we will go in detail later on, but adequate supply of different, macro and micro minerals is essential. Those are required for different functions of the body as well as reproduction. See, every time I used to say, because of mineral mixture supplementation, milk is not improving. Yes. But ultimately, it is improving the reproduction. And as a result of it, it is enhancing the milk productivity and even making consistency. That is why indirect correlation. Another important thing, monitor body weight and body BCS, body condition score. Yes, of course, it is essential. Earlier, also I told you, because so as to attain the puberty, it is essential. Then improve lifetime productivity. Yes, efficient growth. Then earlier age at first coming. Then enhancement yield potential. And most important thing that more than 70% is the feeding cost. How we can reduce it? So we should focus on that point as well. So these are the examples of the heifer feeding. Now, next stage of physiology is the pregnant cow, particularly lactating cows we are talking about. So yes, there is increased demand of the energy, protein, and some sort of minerals as well. Why? Particularly even during pregnancy for last trimester, it is essential for healthy fetal growth as well as calving as well. So now in this we will have to strictly follow three different phases. Number one is the early lactation phase, which may be considered from 0 to 100 days. Then mid lactation stage, 100 to 200 days, and late lactation, more than 200 days. See, actually, physiologically, because peak milk production is there during early lactation. Obvious, because most of the time, after getting animal conceived, there are chances that because of different deficiencies, that animal may get in negative energy balance, which is ultimately affecting, low feed intake. So we should focus how to improve the palatability and that eager to consume the feed. So accordingly, we should add our feed supplements. Another important thing, during that period of first step, early lactation, there is a peak milk production. So we have to take care that it should not get reduced. And at the same time, simultaneously, that cow should also get nutrient, apart from nutrient requirement for the milk production. Another important thing is nutrient dense ration, which will highly be digestible energy. What does it mean? Say, for example, certain bypass protein and bypass fats, particularly, those are being used for the not for the indigenous animal, it is required. But if that animal is yielding more than 15 liters, then definitely bypass nutrients are essential. Otherwise, just there only those cows who are having in negative energy balance should provide the bypass protein and bypass fat particularly. So likewise, we should take care of early lactation. During mid lactation also, there is improved feed intake, and that we will have to take care. We should fulfill the requirement of the feed intake, and no doubt sustained milk yield is there, and accordingly body is in a phase of restoring the different nutrients through balanced nutrition, because this is the phase where animal tries to regain those nutrients which have been lost in first phase. Another important stage is the late lactation. Yes, more than 200 days. So that is what very important one, that rebuild the body condition before the dry period. Because ultimately it's a practice in dry period that farmer generally don't allow their animals to give proper nutrition, which is very wrong. So based on our recommendation, we should recommend that farmer, yes, during that trimester, we should take care of proper, feeding management. Then avoid excessive fat deposition, because there is a possibility, because fat deposition indicating, next upcoming reproduction cycle. Particularly, you can see that repeat breeding problems may be observed, abortion may be observed, maybe from different reasons, but particularly anestrus and repeat breeding. Those are the common, outputs as a result of excessive fat deposition. Then prepare cow for the next lactation. So this slide is very much essential and important, that we should take care of pregnant cows and follow diet based on their requirement in the last trimester. Now, this is also equally important, concept, that is transition period. What do you mean by transition period? Because many of the time, organized farmers or any farmer, they are asking about what is the transition period and how to achieve it or how to manage it. The most important thing. So that's why I have tried to give it graphical presentation. So before 21 days of the calving and after 21 days of the calving, that period is called as the transition period, straightly, right? So why we will have to focus during that period? Because it is again, that cow is passing from three different, stages, physiological stages during this transition period. And so as to adopt to new transition period or new phase, that cow will have to be taken care for the proper nutrition. So that is why it is very much essential to take care during this transition period. Now, what are the major changes during transition? So number one, earlier also I told you, they will be decreased dramatically, because ultimately that, feed requirement is reduced because of different, negative energy balance and all those physiological stress conditions, etc., etc. So during that period, transition period, there is a chance that decreased dry matter intake will be there because of decreased feed intake, and accordingly, there will be increased nutrient requirement, right? Why it is so? Because of increase or because of milk yield. Then negative energy balance, that is a very common change we are observing. And another important observation is the change is the high metabolic stress, because there are again chances, because of different mineral deficiencies, there are chances that metabolic disorders also can be observed. Particularly in Western Maharashtra case, what I observed, because of practice of feeding sugarcane tops, there are always deficiencies of the calcium. Milk fever is very common in Western Maharashtra, where is a belt where farmers are feeding the sugarcane tops. So definitely we should take care of that, all these changes, and accordingly, based on these changes, what we should do, that, just a moment. Yeah. So based on that, we will have to plan for the precision nutrition during the transition period. How will you achieve this one? Number one, maintain rumen health. How? By giving adequate source of the fiber as well as effective forages to support rumen function. Say, for example, practically it is a bit difficult to get, everywhere best quality fodder. But for example, BIOP is also having different varieties, BNH 10, 11, 26, etc., 14, 26. Why we are recommending those varieties? Because many times it is possible that maize may not get available throughout the year because of different reasons. Then there are different worm infestation. So it is our responsibility to take help of nutritionists and calculate the diet in such a way which will provide an assurance to get adequate fiber source as well as effective quality of the fodder. Another important thing, that is second step, how, that is balance minerals. See, actually, that mineral mixture starting from birth of the animal till death of the animal, mineral mixture is required. So it is having very vast, there's a theory and subject. So I will not go in detail, but mineral is equally also important as a part of nutrition, precision nutrition during transition period. Another important thing, minimize negative energy balance, for which provide energy dense diet to the animals so that there will be reduction in metabolic stress. How will you achieve this? By using bypass fat. There are different kinds of bypass fats which are available in the market, or straightly you can just add some sort of edible fat in animal diet as well. Fourth step, prevent ketosis. Yes, This ketosis is very common and one of the important metabolic disorders. So how to prevent this? By balancing the energy and proper nutrient supply to support liver function. Some sort of, liver tonics are also recommended in highly affected cases. Another important thing, strengthen immunity. How to strengthen that immunity? So particularly antioxidants like vitamin E and selenium, those can reduce the risk of, postpartum diseases. So that is what the indication. If you are providing quality mineral mixture where care can be taken that macro minerals, micro minerals, plus antioxidants, plus vitamins can be fulfilled, then it will resolve the problem of all these aspects or challenges. And most important thing, better performance. Yes, higher milk yield, improved fertility, and faster recovery. So based on your improved precision nutrition during transition period, then there will be achievement of better performance of that animal. So overall outcome is what? Better health, then smooth transition from one phase to another phase because of improved feeding practices, higher milk production, and accordingly improved reproductive performance. So those are the important achievements, you can say, or outcomes which you can follow at the farmer's doorstep by following the precision nutrition. So likewise, this was the transition period. Now, precision mineral. So already I told you, but it is my personal experience. If you see, many questions are arising and farmers are asking, sir, which quality mineral mixture we should feed to our animals? Straightly, I'm saying, as per the requirement of the BIS standard, you just at least feed that mineral. But practically, this is also incorrect because if you see the specification of BIS standard, which is indicating IS 1664 2002, it means which have been, specified long back. Now it is essential. Why it is essential? Because it is essential to go for the feed, fodder, blood sample, soil sample analysis. And that is what the, that mineral mapping. Because fodder is varying from place to place. I would like to share one example of area specific mineral mixture, which I have made for the Solapur district under the ICR project. In 10 blocks, soil was surplus in each and every nutrient, but unfortunately, because of uptake of nutrient problem, fodder was deficient. So based on that, we will have to collect the feed fodder samples, we will have to collect the blood samples, soil samples, and based on that, we will have to make area-specific mineral mixture. So accordingly, area-specific mineral mixture should be prepared. And fourth important thing, that stage and status-based supplementation. Earlier also I told you, based on this physiological state, say for example, negative energy balance. In that, you will have to add another feed supplement, which will provide the proper energy. Apart from that, regular monitoring. Yes, of course, it conveyed it to BIS also to go for the area-specific mineral mixture and for which mineral mapping is essential. So likewise, these are the different approaches by using which precision mineral nutrition can be followed. And as a result, definitely, yes, better fertility will be there, stronger immunity will be there, optimum growth will be there. And of course, because of improved reproduction, an enhancement in milk production will also be observed. Now, here I'm just giving an example. Every year, more than 600 to 700 metric ton of mineral mixture we are supplying through pan bio field programs. Why I'm giving an example? Because this is the situation when we have started our program. And if you compare over the period of decades, so you can see how much is the adoption of these supplements. This is increasing day by day. In a state like UP, can you imagine last year we have supplied 250 metric ton of the mineral mixture? If you compare the data of last 10 years, so this was the biggest achievement. Why it has happened? There are different reasons. Awareness. Most important thing, awareness. Another important thing, maintaining the quality. And third important thing, adoption by the farmer community because of different programs. So that is the success story of the BIOS mineral mixture. So this is the precision nutrition through minerals. Now, what about the feed additives? Friends, it is very common observation that there are n number of companies and manufacturers. They are coming with their products and claiming different things. But based on our knowledge, based on the requirement, and of course, cost effectiveness, we will have to decide with the help of animal nutritionists that which kind of feed supplement is required. Not in case of every feeding it is required. Because if that animal is not having that much milk potential, then why it is essential to give such kind of, costlier supplements? But definitely, technically, those are proven supplements. Those are, again, non-nutritive product or some sort of nutritive products also. For example, probiotics, right? What are the basic benefits? Yes, improve rumen health, then enhances nutrient absorption and strengthens the immunity system. Same in case of yeast, rumen stabilization is very much essential because acidosis and all those things are the challenges for the rumen nutrition. So definitely it will also improve the fiber utilization and increases the feed efficiency. The protected nutrients, I already told you about the bypass rumen protected protein like bypass protein, bypass fat. Yes, particularly for high yielders, we are recommending. And fourth one, yes, Harit Dhara. It is not Dhara, it is Dhara. Harit Dhara means this is plant-based and anti-methanogenic feed supplement developed by the ICR and BIOF. I mean, BIOF has tested it, developed by ICR, and based on these key benefits, till date we have supplied more than 700 metric ton of Harit Dhara. Harit Dhara means green earth. Sanskrit word is there. So it's a product which is claiming that 20% up to 17 to 20% methane emission and through enteric fermentation can be reduced, and it is proven one. But the thing is, how to calculate or measure the actual methane emission. So I will show you in later stage. So that is what very good achievement for BIOF as well. But herewith, I would like to request all the technical persons to promote such kind of Haridhara product, which will reduce the methane emission up to the extent of 20%. And that is the only plant-based, except seaweed extract and all those things. This is the only product available in India. So definitely, other countries are also taking care of the same. So it is not extra cost or burden on the farmer, but it is just supplementation. I mean, what you can say that you will have to remove just replace just 500 gram of the concentrate mixture with the 500 gram of Haridhara. That's it. So likewise, these are the different feed additives. Now, but for achieving this, precision nutrition and adoption at farmers level, the major challenge is technological intervention and its adoption. Of course, everyone is coming, university, then different research institutes, ICR, and even institutes like too many researchers. They are coming with different interventions, but what about their adoption at grassroots level? So definitely there are different challenges, but apart from that, I have tried to categorize. So particularly use of AI, then Internet of Things means IoT, wearable sensors, then mobile applications, cloud computing, etc., etc. So friends, I am giving this example based on what we are adopting at the field level. So we are using AI not only in livestock, but in agriculture as well. Apart from that, IoT, definitely there are different sensors which and equipment, farm-based equipments, which we are utilizing at our farm. Because you know that BIOF is having around 900 plus animals, where around 600 plus are the breeding bulls and remaining are the allied bull mothers as well. So definitely we are testing such technologies at our farm, and once it is proven, we are disseminating it through our field programs. So definitely such kind of sensors, such kind of mobile applications, cloud computing, those are very, digital technologies and latest technologies which are available into the field conditions. And definitely they will help in early detection of the nutritional disorders, then improve the feed efficiency and productivity and making this business sustainable. So it is my request to all of you to follow these, such kind of technologies. There are different ways to approach the farmers, but it is very clear that technology should be proven one and authenticated one. Now, precision feed manufacturing, because you know that feed industry very biggest and nowadays what we are observing, most of the samples which we are receiving in our laboratory, they are not at par for their nutrient contents. If they are printed 22% food protein, but in fact it is coming just 16-17%. Why it is so? Because of malpractice, because of adulteration, because of low quality of the feed ingredients, too many reasons. But that is why we are recommending that biggest players, I will not take anyone's else, but we should follow those because they are at least trying to maintain the precise formulation in terms of different processes. Say, for example, automated batching, which will reduce the error of human error, right? Because while
weighing the different feed ingredients, there are chances that manual error may be there. But computerized and automatic batching will affect quality. Another important thing, quality control. Yes, now it is mandatory that each feed unit must have their own laboratory. So regular testing of the ingredient, because once vehicle has arrived with the raw material, because when I was working in Venkis, so myself and my senior colleague Dr. Durabe sir was famous for rejecting the raw material. Why? Because of poor quality. So first method is physical testing. Based on different physical methods, we were either accepting or rejecting the ingredients. But based on that, once it is accepted, then it was sent to the laboratory, own laboratory, and based on their results only, it was either accepted or rejected. So likewise, quality control is very much essential, not only for raw ingredients, but for the finished product as well. And most important thing, that digital traceability. Now it will take certain time to, get it very popular in field conditions, but there is a possibility that tracking of that particular feed, no doubt it is available in some sort of place, but again, it is practically difficult, but at least you can track. For example, biopsy Siemens stock. Yes, definitely you can scan it for the QR code, and definitely we will get detail related to that particular straw, which breed is there, which bull is there, what about its sire directory, etc., etc. So likewise, in case of feed also, it is possible such kind of QR code scanning is may get available. Now, what are the benefits? So particularly, it ensures the consistent and high quality and balanced feed, of course. Then uses automated batching, computer tagging, etc., etc. And because of this, quality production of feed may be achieved, which will ultimately improve the feed uniformity and ultimately affecting the animal performance and feed safety. And of course, community-based some sort of feed units are available even in bios working areas, but those are on smaller scale, because major challenge in feed industry is getting availability of the raw material, and most importantly, cost effectiveness, because for small feed manufacturer, it is not affordable at all. So definitely there are different administrative issues as well. I will not focus on that. Now, apart from that, yes, these are the different ingredients. So actually you can see, because what I have suggested to BIS also, you are making BIS standards and norms, strict norms for feed manufacturers. But what about the raw ingredient? I mean, because those are the byproducts of oil seed industry, you should strict them as well. Particularly, I would like to give you an example. Say for example, any kind of oil cake, once it is getting out of from refinery, there is a possibility that because of hotness, it's a machine process, because of that hotness there are chances of fungal infestation. So you should restrict them to maintain the quality, provide them some sort of BIS standards, but practically it is not happening. And that is the reason, because this is the root cause. You know that in ISO system or any kind of quality assurance system, what we are assuring, quality management system, what we are assuring, root cause analysis is important. So here root cause analysis is, they are not making mandatory for the ingredient manufacturers, even if those are the byproducts, but there should be strict, law for that as well. And then you can make it mandatory for the feed manufacturer. So those are the different examples. Apart from that, yes, we are also having small mini feed manufacturing unit for our own consumption. And Haridwara, we are producing it for the all customers. Now, after feeding those, quality feed products or feed ingredients, these are the different, diet compositions, major nutrients supplied by them, and example. For example, green fodder. So energy, protein, vitamins, mineral, etc., etc. Particularly examples I have given maize, sorghum, napier, persimmon, lucerne, etc. Now, basically, here just I would like to highlight one important thing. Particularly while offering fodder, keep in mind whatever total green fodder requirement is there. So strictly try to follow at least 70% cereal based and 30% legume based. Ultimately, there are different reasons, because as a larger requirement for the energy, cereal based fodder are essential. Second important thing, if you are changing that ratio from 17 is to 30 to different one, then that in that case, there is a possibility of getting bloat to the animal because of high protein content in leguminous fodder. And most important thing, leguminous fodder are rich in estrogen, so which may affect pregnant animal in terms of, abortion. So such kind of examples are there. So here I will not go in detail, but these are the different, feed resources which are available at the farmer's doorstep or in nearby market. So based on that, so as to achieve the proper diet component by using precision animal nutrition feeding strategies, we should follow these kind of, diet components. Sorry.
sir. Sorry to interrupt. Sir,
झालं. Last slide is something. Yes. So these are the different, again, I will skip because of time constraint because it is ultimately 45 minutes. Yeah. So now climate smart nutrition, because ultimately after following precision feeding, it's our responsibility to follow the climate smart nutrition as well. Because so as to reduce the methane emission, then how it will improve the efficiency? Because ultimately energy of that animal is being wasted in, producing methane and other gases as well. So by using Haridara like product, we can definitely follow the climate smart nutrition practices. There are different products as well. These are the three interventions which we are recommending into the field conditions on behalf of buyers for reducing the methane emission. Haridara, use of sex sorted semen. Ultimately, it is affecting the more number of female than the male, and which will be taken care properly for their nutrition, and accordingly they will reduce the non-productive number of animals, and accordingly they will help in reducing the emission. And use of different technologies, aerospace biogas model, bioprom, etc., etc. Now, these are the economic benefit of the precision nutrition. Yes, it will lower the feed cost, higher the profitability, better fertility, long-term sustainability, and but the thing is, last 2-3 slides are there. So these are the challenges in adoption. Yes, limited awareness, and that is why it is our responsibility to conduct training programs and all those things. Then inadequate infrastructure, low digital literacy, other constraints, and no doubt government support and some sort of inputs are required from the administrators as well. These are the policy recommendations. Strengthen the feed testing, because nowadays it is not very common to test the feed fodder. Then strengthen the extension services. Yes, there are different tools which you can utilize for the extension services as a training part. The climate smart incentives. Yes, definitely we will have to provide climate smart incentives. Then and then only farmer will adopt those technologies. Particularly carbon credits can be provided, and integrated policy support from the government as well as different agencies. And future research directions, particularly in this area of precision feeding, AI, the genomic and nutrigenomics, rumen microbiome and metabolics, farmer-centric climate smart innovations. So those are the research directions where again it is essential to go for the research and use such kind of outputs which will be implemented into the field conditions. Now these are the future research. Again, I have just categorized. I will skip this slide. Again, BIOF's contribution. Lastly, yes, BIOF is working since last 6 decades. We are having more than 18 states to reach, then 381 districts and 100,000 villages plus 4 million of the rural families. We are working in different disciplines. I will just skip this. And that livestock programs. Then this is the central research station of the BIOF. Herewith, I would like to request all of you to visit research station at Holy Kanchan, where you can see different technologies, input production units, and farm. Plus, these are some of, here I would like to, just share with you that recently we have received green food unit technology, first time in India, which is very direct method to measure the methane emission directly from the animal. And this is a very advanced, Siemens station plus different earlier enable accredited laboratories plus farm, etc. plus BIOFT Sunmark, so that you will get different inputs from there. Input products from there. This is ozone treatment plant which we are having. It is proven technology. Then these are different one ozone treatment based complete feed which we have tried and tested. Plus these are the different varieties of the fodder. I will just skip it because of time consumption. This is area specific different fodder varieties, different methodologies, 5 different benefits of the cactus. We are having cactus based leather production facility as well. These are the different trials which I have personally conducted on different small ruminants and large ruminants, particularly for the spineless cactus. Earlier, we have started with five accessions. Now, more than 105 accessions are with us. These are the different techniques. These are different programs which we are conducting. And this is what the green feed unit installed by the Cornell University at BIOF. And this is again different, image capturing techniques for establishing feed library and BIOF Kisan Mart and Milk ATM. Plus, now concluding slide, last slide. So Yes, precision nutrition will enhance productivity, profitability, animal health, and reproductive performance through balanced and animal-specific feeding. And ultimately, it is integrating scientific ration formulation with the quality of feed fodder, mineral supplementation, and digital technology. It means it may be kind of collaboration between the digital technologies, then veterinarians plus administrators, as well as the extension workers. And definitely, precision feeding will reduce the climate change related technologies, then supportive policies and strong extensive services are the key to achieve low carbon, profitable and sustainable dairy sector, particularly when we are talking about the indigenous animals. So thank you so much. And thanks for organizer, because again, it has taken ultimately an hour. So sorry for to the organizers, and hope you like this presentation. If it is so, then please ping me on my WhatsApp and other social medias, or else you can directly ask me the questions, and suggestions are also welcome. Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for today's presentation. Nice presentation is there, in-depth presentation of the work of the precision nutrition strategies for sustainable indigenous cattle farming, as well as the contribution of the BIAP, work done by the BIAP for the farmers. So I am on behalf of the organizing secretary and the project, I am very thankful to Dr. Manoj Kumar Avari, scientist from the BIAP, Kanchan, Pune. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
I am requesting the next lecture, Dr. Gyan Deepak Kumarji, for their presentation. I am inviting Gyan Deepak Kumar, sir. Sir,
Yes, sir.
I would like to request you to summarize your session in 20 minutes only.
Okay, sir. Okay.
You are a co-host now, so please start your screen sharing.
Sir, my slide is visible.
Yes, sir, visible, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello.
Sir, please start your presentation. Slide is visible.
Okay, sir. Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, respected chairperson, distinguished delegates, and dear participants. I am Dr. Gyan Deepak Kumar from the Department of LPM, GB Pant University of Agriculture, Pantnagar. Sir, it is my privilege to present my lead paper entitled Role of Moringa oleifera and Leptadenia reticulata in Enhancing Hematological Health and Immune Competence of Indigenous Sahiwal Cattle, that is implications for sustainable indigenous cattle farming. Sir, I sincerely thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to share my PhD research findings. Now I would like to begin my presentation with a brief introduction. Sir, India possesses one of the largest livestock population in the world, and the livestock sector play a vital role in ensuring food security, nutritional security, and rural employment, and overall agriculture economy. Indigenous cattle in particular are considered the backbone of sustainable dairy farming because of their remarkable adaptability, tolerance, disease resistance, and ability to perform efficiently under low input production systems. Among the indigenous dairy breeds of India, Sahiwal cattle occupy a unique position because of their superior milk production, excellent reproductive performance, and resilience under tropical climatic conditions. These characters make Sahiwal cattle an ideal genetic source for sustainable livestock production. However, in recent years, modern dairy farming has increasing relied on synthetic feed additives and growth promoting substances to improve animal productivity. Although these additives may enhance production, their continuous use raises concern regarding antimicrobial resistance, chemical residues in milk and meat, and possible adverse effects on animal health and the environment, sir. Therefore, there is growing interest in identifying natural, safe, and eco-friendly alternatives that can improve animal health without compromising food safety or environmental sustainability. Moringa oleifera has attracted considerable scientific attention because it is rich in high quality proteins, essential amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidant phytochemicals. Similarly, Ela populari known as Jivanti is an important medicinal plant in the Ayurvedic system. Although both are possess promising biological properties, comparative scientific information regarding their effects on hematological health and immune competence in indigenous Sahiwal cattle under practical farm conditions is still limited. Next is objectives of this study. The present investigation was designed with the three major objectives. The first objective to evaluate the effect of dietary supplementation with moringa and Leptadenia reticulata on the hematological profile of indigenous Sahiwal cattle. The second objective is to assess the influence of herbal supplementation on immune-related leukocyte parameters. And the third is to explore the potential of herbal feed additives for sustainable indigenous cattle farming. Next is material and methods. Sir, to achieve these objectives, the following experimental methodology was adopted. This experiment was conducted at IDF Nagala, GB20 Pantnagar, under Department of LPM. For the present studies, at total 28 clinically healthy lactating Sahiwal cows, ranging from first to fourth variety, were selected. To ensure unbiased comparison among treatments, the animals were randomly allocated into 4 experimental groups, each consisting of 7 animals following a CRD, means completely randomized design, commonly known as CRD. This feeding trial was conducted continuously for 4 months under uniform housing, feeding, and managemental condition at IDF Nagala Pantnagar. Regarding the treatment of this study, T0, which is served as a control group and received only the basal diet for the research. Second is T1 received the basal diet supplemented with Leptadenia reticulata root powder at 90 grams per animal per day. T2 received the basal diet supplemented with Moringa oleifera leaf powder at 150 grams per animal per day. And T3 received a combination of both herbs consisting of 45 grams of Leptadenia root powder and 75 grams of Moringa leaf powder per animal per day in 50-50 ratio. Parameters to be studied in this research. Blood samples were collected periodically on the monthly basis from the jugular vein throughout the experimental period. The collected samples were analyzed for important hematological parameters, including hemoglobin, PCB, TEC, TLC, and DLC to evaluate the overall hematological and immune status of the animals. Finally, after that, the data generated during the experimental were statistically analyzed using one-way ANOVA under CRD, followed by Duncan multiple range test. Differences were considered statistically significant at p less than 0.05. Having sir, next results and discussion. This slide summarizes the effect of dietary supplementation with Moringa oleifera and LR on the hematological profile of lactating indigenous Sahiwal cattle. Sir, in this, among the 4 treatment groups, the animals supplemented with Moringa, represented by the T2 group, exhibited the most favorable hematological responses, beginning with hemoglobin. No statistically significant difference was observed among the treatment group. This indicates that the supplementation of either herb did not adversely affect the oxygen carrying capacity of blood, that all animals maintained normal physiological hemoglobin levels throughout the experimental period. Hello? 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 Sir, I am audible? Hello? Hello?
Yes, you are audible, Dr.
Yes,
Gandhi,
sir,
but
you are
continue.
audible.
Okay.
Continue.
However, significant improvements were observed in PCB, TEC, and TLC, sir. Packed cell volume increased significantly in both in Leptadenia reticulata and Moringa oleifera, that is T1 and T2 group, supplemented groups compared with the control group. Similarly, total erythrocyte was significantly higher in the Moringa supplemented group, indicating enhanced erythropoietic activity of blood. Likewise, TLC also showed a significant increase in the Moringa group, suggesting better physiological preparedness of immune system. These improvements may be attributed to the rich nutritional composition of Moringa oleifera, particularly its protein, essential amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidant phytochemical, which are known to support erythropoiesis and maintain normal hematological function. Overall, these findings demonstrate that dietary supplementation with Moringa improved the hematology of cattle. The next slide is effect of herbal supplementation on differential leukocyte count. This slide presents the effect of herbal supplementation on DLC. Among all leukocyte parameters evaluated, only the neutrophil percentage show a statistical significant increase, particularly in the Moringa supplemented group. Neutrophil constitute the first line of defense against invading pathogens and play a crucial role in innate immunity. Therefore, an increase in neutrophil percentage within the normal physiological range may indicate improved innate immune responsiveness. Sir, on the other hand, lymphocyte, monocyte, eosinophil, the basophil percentage did not differ significant among the treatment group. The absence of significant variation in these parameters indicates that herbal supplementation maintained normal leukocyte homeostasis and did not produce any abnormal inflammatory or immunological responses. In summary, the leukocyte profile indicates that Moringa oleifera positively influence innate immune-related hematological parameters, where Leptadenia reticulata maintain normal physiological homeostasis without any adverse effect. Next slide is biological significance of this herbal supplementation. So this slide explains the possible biological mechanism responsible for the observed hematological improvements. The beneficial effects observed in this Moringa oleifera supplemented group may primarily be attributed to its rich nutritional and phytochemical composition. Moringa leaves are an excellent source of high quality protein, essential amino acids, vitamins, minerals, antioxidant compounds. So these bioactive constituents play an important role in supporting erythropoiesis, protecting blood cells from oxidative stress, and enhancing the functional activity of immune cells. As these consequences, improvements were observed in PCB, TEC, TLC, and neutrophil percentage, collectively indicating better hematological health and enhanced innate immune competence. Second is Leptadenia reticulata. In this possesses well recognized galactose antioxidant and immunomodulatory properties. Although these effects were comparatively less pronounced than those of moringa, it is successfully maintained hematological parameters within normal physiological limits and contributed to maintain physiological homeostasis. Sir, one interesting observation of the present investigation was that combined supplementation did not produce additional benefits over individual supplementation. For this, possible explanation may be that the dose of each herb was reduced in combination group, that is in 50-50 ratio in percentage, or there may be have been interaction among their bioactive compounds. However, further investigation involving molecular and immunological biomarkers required to confirm the exact region. Overall, the present findings demonstrate the natural phytogenic feed additives, particularly moringa, have considerable potential to improve hematological health and support innate immune competition in indigenous Sahiwal cattle. Next slide is implication for sustainable indigenous cattle farming. Having discussed the scientific findings of the study, I would like to highlight their practical implications for sustainable indigenous cattle farming. The present investigation is not merely about evaluating hematological parameters, rather it demonstrates how natural phytogenic feed or herbal feed additives can contribute to improving animal health and support sustainable dairy farming. That is also the theme of this seminar. One of the major advantages of moringa and Leptadenia reticulata is that they are natural, locally available, and eco-friendly herbal resources. Unlike synthetic growth promotes and chemical feed additives, these herbs are comparatively safer and are less likely to leave harmful residue in milk and other animal products. The improvement observed in hematological health and innate immune competence suggests that these herbal supplements may help animals maintain better physiological status, thereby improving their ability to cope with environmental and management related stress. From the farmer's perspective of this research, the use of such herbal feed supplements may reduce dependence on synthetic additives while promoting better animal welfare and sustainable livestock management. Furthermore, the utilization of locally available medical plants is consistent with the principles of climate resilient livestock production, One Health, and sustainable indigenous cattle farming, which are becoming increasing important in modern dairy production system. With this, now I will conclude my paper. In conclusion, so the present study clearly demonstrated that dietary supplementation with moringa produced the most favorable hematological response among all treatment groups. Significant improvements were observed in PCB, TEC, TLC, and neutrophil percentage, indicating improved hematological health and enhanced innate immune competence. On the other hand, sir, Leptadenia reticulata maintained hematological parameters within normal physiological limits. This supported physiological homeostasis. This is indicating that it is also a safe herbal feed supplement for indigenous dairy cattle. The combined supplementation of both herbs did not produce additional benefits over their individual supplementation. So overall, the finding of the present investigation is that Moringa oleifera and to some extent LR possesses considerable potential as natural phytogenic feed additives for improving hematological health and supporting innate immune competence in indigenous sahiwal cattle. Sir, finally, I would like to emphasize on important message from this study. Healthy blood reflects a healthy animal, and healthy animals are the foundation of sustainable indigenous cattle farming. Therefore, natural herbal feed additives such as Moringa and Lepidoptera reticulata may become valuable nutritional tools for achieving healthier cattle and more sustainable dairy production system. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving the nice presentation on the herbal feed supplements in the Sahiwal cattle. Again, Deepak Kumar sir is there from the GB Pant University, Pantnagar, Uttarakhand. So I will request the participants, students, farmers to, if there are any queries on this topic, and also from the previous topic also. The two topics we are covered now in the afternoon session. If there are any queries, then please ask. Any questions, query on both the topics? Okay, it seems there is no query from the audience. So I am thankful to the Gyan Deepak Kumar sir on the behalf of the project, on the behalf of the organizing committee. I am very thankful to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
now we will move forward for your oral and poster presentation from the abstract you have sent for the national seminar. So I will call yes, Sriram sir, G Sriram sir. Dr. G Sriram sir, please unmute yourself. Sriram sir. Okay, we will take next presentation from the Pradeep Nodal sir. Pradeep Nodal sir. Pradeep Nodal sir, are you available? Next is there Dr. Vaikar. Dr. Vaikar.
Yes, sir, I'm present. Yes, sir,
Okay.
I'm present.
Okay. Whether it is a oral
Sir, can
presentation
you
or
please allow it's poster presentation?
okay, okay. I will allow you to share the PPT. Okay. Madam, you are now co-host. You can share your PPT.
Okay, thank you. Uh, okay, so can you see my poster?
Yes, your PPT is visible. Your poster is visible, madam.
Okay, thank you. Afternoon and a warm welcome to everyone present. I'm Dr. Malia Vaikar, currently working as Assistant Professor at College of Agriculture, Rajmachi. Today I'm here for presenting a poster on formulation and quality assessment of Channa Shri blended with mango pulp. It was my PhD research product. So I'll start my presentation. As we know, Channa and Chakka are important indigenous.
Sorry, madam, sorry.
Okay, as we all know, Channa and Chakka are important indigenous product. Channa, which is an desiccated acid coagulated milk product, which is used as a base ingredient for preparation of various milk sweets such as rasgulla, sandesh, rasmalai, and kalakan. While Chakka, it is a fermented milk product similar to Greek yogurt. It is used for preparation of Shrikhand. In this study, both Channa and Chakka were combined for preparation and for preparation of a new product, and it was named as Channa Shri. In the present study, Channa Shri was prepared by buffalo milk from the Dairy Department of College of Agriculture, Dapoli, was used for preparation. Similarly, Channa and Chakka was prepared by standard process. The procedure for preparation of Channa was first of all the milk was cooled. First of all, the milk was heated at 90 degrees Celsius. Then it was cooled at 72 degrees Celsius. Then addition of citric acid at 2%. Afterward, the coagulant was hanged in muslin cloth for obtaining Channa and whey. Similarly, Chakka was prepared by first of all heating the milk at 70 to 90 degrees Celsius. Then it was cooled at 38 to 40 degrees Celsius. Further, it was inoculated with the lactobacillus acidophilus culture at 2%, and it was incubated at 40 to 42 degrees Celsius for 6 hours. Then after setting of curd, it was hanged in a muslin cloth for separation of whey. The product obtained was Chakka. Then further for preparation of Channa Shri, this Channa and Chakka was used. It was mixed at 50% each. Further, sugar was added at two different levels, that is 60% and at 70%. After addition of sugar, mango pulp was added as per the treatments. There were four different levels of mango pulp, that is 15%, 20%, 25%, and 30%. Then came blending cum mixing, and the product obtained was mango flavored Channa Shri. It was cooled and stored further. In the study, we analyzed the mango flavored Channa Shri for different chemical analysis such as total solid fat, protein, sugar, ash, and titratable acidity. From the chemical analysis, it was found that Channa Shri prepared at 60% lower, 60% level sugar. Highest total solid was obtained in treatment S1M1, that is 60% sugar, and 15% mango pulp, that is 59.53%. And the lowest was observed in treatment S1M4, that is 60% sugar and 30% mango pulp, that is 57. Highest total solid was obtained in M1, that is 61.72%, and lowest at M4, that is 59.39%. Similarly, for fat content, highest fat content was observed at 60% level, was observed in 11.36%, that is in M1, that is 15% mango pulp, and the lowest was observed in M4, that is 10.51%. In case of mango Channa Shri prepared with 70% mango pulp, highest fat content was observed in M1, that is 10.72, and the lowest in M4, that is 9.98. Similarly, highest protein content was observed in M1, that is Channa Shri prepared with 60% sugar and 15% mango pulp, that is 7.98, and lowest in M4, that is Channa Shri prepared with 30% of mango pulp, it was 7.43. In case of 70% sugar, highest protein content was observed in Channa Shri prepared with 15% of mango pulp, that is 7.55 and lowest at M4, that is Channa Shri prepared with 30% of mango pulp, that is 7.06. Similarly, for total sugar, the highest sugar content was observed in Channa Shri prepared with 70% sugar in M1, that is 40.41, and lowest in M4, that is 38.50. For ash, the highest ash content was observed in Channa Shri prepared with 15% of mango pulp at 70%, that is 1.645, and lowest at 1.550% at 30% mango pulp. And in titratable acidity, the highest titratable acidity was observed in Channa Shri prepared with 15% mango pulp at 60% sugar, and lowest at M4, that is 15% of mango pulp. Further, the product was subjected to sensory analysis. The sensory analysis was carried out using 9-point hedonic scale. The highest the product was subjected to for color and appearance, flavor, body and texture, and overall acceptability. For color and appearance, at 60% sugar level, treatment M3 achieved the highest score for color and appearance. It scored 8.12%, followed by M2, M4, and the lowest score was recorded for treatment M1, that is 7.32. Similarly, in case of 70% sugar, the treatment M3 registered highest maximum score for color and appearance, that is 8.24, and the lowest score was observed by M1, that is 7.36. Similarly, for flavor, the highest score for flavor was observed at 60% level sugar, that is for treatment M3, 8.34, followed by M2, M4, and lastly, the lowest score was observed in M1, that is 7.52. Similarly, at 70% level sugar, treatment M3 obtained highest score for flavor, that is 8.12, and lowest was observed by lowest score was 7.42, obtained by M1, that is 30% of mango pulp. For body and texture, at 60% sugar level, highest score for body and texture was observed or gained by M3, that is 8.30, and lowest by 7.42. In case of 70% level of sugar, highest score for body and texture was observed for treatment M3, that is 8.06, and the lowest by M1, that is 7.22. And lastly, the overall acceptability, highest score for overall acceptability at 60% of level of sugar, highest score was obtained by treatment M3, that is 8.52, and lowest by M1, that is 7.44. And in case of 70% level of sugar, treatment M3 scored highest, that is 8.22, and treatment M3 scored the lowest, that is 7.62. Lastly, I'd like to conclude that mango flavored Channa Shri can be successfully developed with acceptable chemical and sensory quality. Further, increasing the mango pulp level resulted in reduction in total solid fat, protein, and ash and acidity due to dilution effect. While higher sugar level increased the total solid and sweetness of the product. Among all the treatments, Channa Shri prepared with 60% of sugar and 25% of mango pulp was the most acceptable. The product offers a potential as nutritional and value-added fermented milk product which further enhances the sensory appeal of dairy products. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much for presentation of your poster. If there is
Yes,
any
thank
query
you.
from the participants on this topic. If there is no query, then I will request further participant to present their poster. I request Nikita Chavan madam for presentation of their poster or oral presentation. Nikita Chavan madam. I am requesting
सर
Dr.
सर माझा रिसर्च निकिता चव्हाण मॅडमचा आहे, बट मी ॲज अ को होस्ट प्रेझेंट करते अनुष्का पवार.
ओके, अनुष्का पवार का? हाँ
हो.
हाँ ठीक है. ओके ओके ओके,
हो
कॅरी ऑन.
चालेल. हो.
ओके, वाईकर मॅडम प्लीज अनशेअर युअर स्क्रीन. ओके,
जस्ट 1 minute सर.
madam, you are now co-host. You can present your PPT. Okay, your PPT is visible, madam. Okay, start your presentation. Madam, unmute yourself. Madam, unmute
हा
yourself.
सर माझा आवाज येतोय का?
हाँ, आता येतोय. बोला.
So good evening everyone. My name is Anushka Deepak Pawar. I'm currently pursuing MSc Agri from the Vasantrao Naik Marathwada Krishi Vidyapit Parvani, College of Agriculture Parvani. My today's topic for the seminar is effect of different feed combinations on growth performance of Devni heifer cows. Introduction. First of all, the Devni is an important indigenous dual-purpose cattle breed. Heifer cows are the future breeding stocks. Also, proper nutrition during the growing phase improves the growth, reproductive performance, and future milk production. Concentrate supplementation provides energy, protein, minerals, and vitamins. Also, optimizing concentrate feeding reduces production costs while maintaining performance. Then the need of study. Devni heifer cows shows the slow growth delays age at first breeding. Also, underfeeding reduces the body weight gain. Also, overfeeding increases feed cost and may cause excessive fat deposition. Limited information is available on the optimum concentration level for Devni heifer cows, and economic feeding strategies are needed for the farmer are the need of these studies. And my objective, there are 3 objectives. First of all, first one is to assess the dry matter intake of heifers. Second one is to study the effect of commercial and different homemade concentrate on performance in Devni heifers. Then third one is to estimate the economics of commercial and different homemade concentrate. Here are my materials and methodology. The present experiment effect of different feed combinations on growth performance of Devni heifer cows was conducted at cattle cross breeding project at Vasantrao Naik Marathwada Krishi Vidyapit in the year 2021 to 2022 for period of 90 days in 26 January to 26 April. There are 24 Devni heifer cows were selected at the CCBP project, and where they were divided into 4 groups, 6 cows in each group. Here is the chart of the experimental details of the Devni heifer cows. There are, you can see now, there are 4 treatments. In each treatment, there are 6 cows. The first one, T1, the average weight of T1 treatment is 1118.5 kg. Then T2, 121.66 kg. Then T3, 120.5 kg. And the T4, 119 kg. Then there are 4 treatments. First one is T1, T1 dry fodder plus green fodder plus concentrate mixture first. Then T2 dry fodder plus green fodder plus concentrate mixture second. Then T3 dry fodder plus green fodder plus concentrate mixture third. Then T4 dry fodder plus green fodder plus concentrate mixture fourth. Here are the photographs of the mixtures. You can now see the T1, which is the sugarous, then T2, in which maize is added, in T3, sorghum is added, in T4, the wheat is added. You can briefly now see in concentrate mixture first, T1 is sugarous, which is 100%. In concentrate mixture second, the maize, cotton seed cake, soybean, tur, mineral mixture, and salt is added. Also, here the other concentrate are same. Only the one cereal is changed.
Madam,
Oh,
please summarize your result in 2 minutes.
okay, sir. Then here are the 6 replications, and here is my data. You can now see I added the graph. Also, the economic of calls feeding under different treatment. The T2 shows a best treatment, which shows the lowest economic. Then the conclusion of my research is the concentrate T2 feeding region is adequate to satisfy the unihypercal's appetites and nutritional need. It was found that feeding concentrate second along with dry and green food resulted in the highest growth rate, which weight gain. The T2 showed significantly higher DM intake followed by T1, T4, and T3. It demonstrates how adding concentrate second to dry and green feed can enhance daily DM intake and the performance of experimental calves. The body measurements, chest girth, body length, body height, belly girth of the unicals under the treatment T2 proved to be satisfactorily significant effect. The total cost per kg of the body weight gain rupees was lower in the T2 group. The total cost kg of the body weight gain for also lower in the T2 group. And the health, weight, and body measurement of pulse are positively impacted by homemade concentrate, which also saves dairy farmer money. And here the T2 treatment is best in this research. And beside that, the T1 shows म्हणजे T2 ही सगळ्यात बेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट आहे, त्याच्यानंतर T1 ही त्याच्यानंतर बेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट ठरलेली आहे. So here, thank you so much all of you.
Thank you. Please share.
Yes, sir.
If there is any question from the participants.
Is there any question? If there is no question, we will proceed towards the next presentation. 20th, 19th. Studies on the influence of age at first calving on the production efficiency of red Sindhi cattle. The authors are Dr. Pranjali et al. Anyone from this paper? Is there anyone? Any author of this paper who is going to present?
Mr. Madam, are you present? Okay. Slide number 20. Bijil Tawdar, effect of PHI on the production, reproduction for performance of red Sindhi cattle.
Is any author of this paper number 20? Mr. Abhijit, Dr. Rahul, Desle sir. Desle sir is there?
Mr. Madam is there, Pranjali, Mr. is there.
Then the next paper is evaluation of first lactation traits as a predictor of lifetime milk production in red Sindhi cattle. Dr. S.D. Mandakmale sir, then P.S. Sakre sir, P.S. Wasave sir, Desle sir, Mishram madam. Anyone is there? Paper number 22, Smart Dairy Farming Technology. Dr. K.B. Kamble sir, Satyam Anil.
K.B. Kamble is there.
Is the author is there? Then next one is effect of incorporation of pomegranate juice on physiochemical properties of Srikhanda. Prajot. Then the next one is effect of non-genetic factors on production traits in Gir cattle. Professor S.P. Paul and R.J. Disley.
This is- Welcome to all of you. I am presenting the paper on the effect of non-genetic factors on the production traits in the Gir cattle. So it is introduction. That study is done on the Panzarpur dairy farm where all the Gir cattle are there. That is study is for 7-year data is analyzed there at the Nashik district. And here in that research work, we have analyzed total lactation milk yield, lactation length, dry period, peak milk yield, and what is effect on that previous 4 traits by the period of the calving, season of the calving, and lactation order. It is analyzed in that research work. For that research work, we have summarized that 3 period, that is P1, P2, and P3 from 2018 to the 2024. And there are 3 seasons are there: rainy, winter, and summer season. According to that season are divided. And we have studied 7 lactation order of that Gir cattle. So that is statistical analysis. I will move forward with that about the total lactation milk yield. Of the Gir cattle, we have found the highest lactation in the P1 period, that is the initial period, and less lactation yield is found in P3 period. So mean lactation is about 1,887 liters in one lactation. That is a mean lactation milk yield of that particular Gir cattle. So we have seen what is the effect of the season of calving. In the season of calving, in the winter season, cow have the more milk production. In the lactation order, in the P5 season, we have observed the highest lactation, and that is a statistical analysis, which are the significant is there. The influence of the period of the calving is highly significant. The season of the calving on the lactation milk yield is highly significant, and order of the lactation is a non-significant on the total lactation milk yield. So lactation length is there in the days. So the mean lactation length of the Gir cattle in that particular farm is 266 days. That is a mean of the lactation days. So there are effect of the period of the calving, season of the calving, and lactation order that is shown in that particular table. I will summarize only. The period of the calving on the lactation length is highly significant. Season of the calving on the lactation length is also highly significant. And the effect of the order of the lactation on the lactation length is also highly significant observed in that particular Gir farm. So dry period is there, dry period of the Gir cattle, and the dry period of the Gir cattle in that particular farm is observed. The mean period is about 108 days. Means the Gir cattle having the no milk yield about the 108 days. So effect of the period of the calving, in the period of the calving in the P3 period, the dry period is the highest one in the season. In the summer season, the period of dry period is maximum one, and in the lactation order, in the last lactation, that is the lactation number 7, that dry period is highest one. So that is statistical analysis. Uh, the dry period was highly significant according to period of the calving. Season of the calving on the dry period, it is also highly significant. And the order of the lactation on the milk yield is also significant over the rest of the treatments. So it is a peak milk yield. So highest milk yield of that particular cattle. So highest milk yield is observed, that is a mean value, that is a 9.14 liters, that is a mean value of the highest peak milk yield. So it is what is the effect of the period of the calving, season of the calving, lactation order, it is seen in that particular table. So I will summarize only the variation due to the period of the calving on the peak milk yield is highly significant. The variation due to the season of the calving was non-significant, and the influence of the lactation order uh, is also significant. So that is the conclusion I already told statistically. So that is about my production performance of the Gir cattle on that particular farm. So it is from me. Thank you. Okay, if there is any questions. If there is no question, now we will forward. We will see the next abstract by the SD Kalyankar sir. SD Kalyankar sir is there. Oh. Next is there Dr. PL Jine sir.
PL Jini is there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it a oral presentation or a poster?
Poster presentation.
Then
Poster presentation.
share your poster.
Okay, sir.
I allow you.
Sir, it is visible.
Yes, it is visible. Just present it.
Okay, sir. Good evening, respected sirs, judges, and my dear colleagues. First of all, I am Dr. Praveen Jine from College of Agriculture, Vilayat, now currently working as a assistant professor. Here is my research topic is development of functional Srikhanda fortified with inulin powder. We know that the milk is lacking in dietary fiber. For that purpose, we have to choose one soluble fiber, that is inulin powder. For that, Shrikhanda why choose? Shrikhanda is chosen because it is fermented one, and the inulin powder is prebiotic, and our product is probiotic because it contains live microorganisms like lactobacillus species. For that, both benefits are combined in the Shrikhand. That's why we choose inulin powder for the addition in Shrikhand as a fortification. For that, three objective we are choose. Here is the standardization for the incorporation of inulin powder in Srikhand.
Dr.
Then
Jine,
there is
Dr. Jine,
yes, sir.
you just summarize the procedure and at
Okay, sir.
what stage you have added the ilunin.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, basically inulin treatment selected at three level: T1, T0 for control, then T1, T2, and T3, 1, 2, and 3% of inulin. From the study, it is seen that the dietary fiber is increased from T1, T2, and T3 level. But in case of sensory evolution, the T2 treatment is based according to the sensory evolution because inulin has hydrophilic property which absorbs the water, and it reduces the fat and protein. That's why the sensory panelist select the T2 treatment, which is based accordingly. The moisture percentage also reduced, the fat percentage also reduced, the protein also reduced, but total carbohydrate, ash, and total solids are increased. Along with the shelf life also studied for 21 days. The product is remain fresh and acceptable for 21 days without any harmful effect. And there is final finding is that the product content total plate counts is at a acceptable level, and yeast and mold count also acceptable level. Coliform counts are absent. From that study, it is the final conclusion is that the 2% level of inulin is important for the people who having health benefits additional than that of the our basic foods. Thank you, sir.
What will be the health benefit to the consumers due to the addition, and what is the cost economics ratio?
Okay, sir. Sir, first one is that milk is lacking dietary fibers. It is milk is not easily digested in our stomach. That's why we add soluble fiber, that is inulin. It is easily digested in our stomach. Then cost effective. It is easily available in root crops like chicory, onion, garlic. from where it is obtained, where it is powder form we use in the dairy products.
Okay, thank you. The topic is open for
Okay.
discussion. Any participant is having any query, just please ask the questions to the presenter. Okay then, answer please, sir.
Thank you, sir.
The next paper is 28, cross cow-based bio-inputs as a natural biostimulant for sustainable horticulture production. The authors are A.R. Pawar, H.G. Balekar, and V.S. Dolas.
Mama,
Sir, good afternoon,
hello.
sir. Myself, Dr. Kalyankar, I am here now, sir. May I present?
Yes, sir, but what is your serial number, sir?
SD Kalyankar.
The indigenous cow milk and milk products, no, sir. Traditional, heritage, scientific, advanced.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Sir, you can present, sir.
Okay. Can I share from here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, whether it is a oral presentation or post presentation.
Yeah, it is oral presentation.
Okay, sir. Sir, you have allotted 5 minutes. You have to summarize the whole work in 5 minutes.
Sir, is my screen visible? Hello?
Sir, it is opening.
Okay.
Make it full screen.
झाली का सर फुल स्क्रीन आता? It is there full screen now on my screen. Hello?
Just see whether it is moving or not. It's not moving, sir. You have to again share as a full screen. Share full screen, not only the 5. The first clip and unshare it and share again.
Okay. Sir, if there is another presenter, please take him. So I will connect from my laptop. So it will be easy.
Yes, sir. I will continue with the another presenter.
Okay. Sir, please.
Meanwhile, you just send to
Email
send us.
ID. Okay, sir. I will send on our email, your email.
Or in a group. You are in their group of this
No, sir.
national seminar.
Sir,
No, I am not in that group. So I will either send it on email or I will try from my laptop.
sir, please share your mobile number on the chat box. I will message you.
Okay.
The next presentation is of cow-based bio inputs. No, these authors are not available. Then development of functional Srikhand fortified with illumin. हे झालं. Effect of
preserving the indigenous
Dinesh sir, you are not presenting another your abstract. Dr. Dinesh sir.
Kalankar sir, have you sent your mobile number? Kalankar sir, please send your mobile number. I will WhatsApp on the message on the WhatsApp. You can send me your PPT.
Sir, I have forwarded on your email ID, sir, PPT. API वाला जो है ना email ID.
The next one is the next paper is on effect of Jivanti powder supplementation on milk consumption and milk yield in crossbreed cows. A.M. Suryavanshi, D.K. Devkar, S.B. Narale. Is the author is present? Then the next presentation is an integral approach towards carbon neutral livestock production through methane mitigation, a review. G. Sriram. G. Sriram is there. Then next one is effect of dietary sweet powder supplementation on the hematological profile of Thenny B pig. Yes.
Sir, I mailed my PPT.
Sir, please start your presentation.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I extend my warm wishes to you all on this pure indigenous cattle conservation and preservation day. Next, sir, please. Also, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed organizers for organizing this best event and giving me an opportunity. Sir, next slide. Myself, Dr. Srikant Kalyankar. Earlier one, sir, please. My name is Dr. Srikant Kalyankar. Today, I am honored to share insights on indigenous cow milk and its milk products, exploring how we can manage our traditional heritage with modern scientific advances to secure a prosperous future for this sector. Let us begin by looking at the monumental scale of our legacy. India is currently a home to 53 officially recognized indigenous cattle breeds. Together, they contribute about 247.87 million tons for this year. We have a rich portfolio of over more than 12 flagship traditional product categories derived from this milk. Today, as modern consumers increasingly demand natural and minimally processed foods, the spotlight is firmly returning to these indigenous treasures. Next, sir. But next slide, sir. Uh, but what exactly makes this indigenous cow milk so scientifically distinct from other these milk species? While composition naturally varies by breed, season, feed, and other atmospheric certain parameters are there. Typically, if we see the cow milk composition, it contains 3.5 to 5% fat, 3 to 3.8% this protein, and likewise. The visual textural differences are striking. Unlike buffalo milk, indigenous cow milk retains a high level of beta carotene, which give products butter-like and ghee their beautiful natural creamy yellow color. Furthermore, the smaller fat globules and slightly lower total solids compared to buffalo milk yield a distinctly softer texture and smoother mouthfeel in our traditional foods like dahi, paneer, and srikhand. So next slide. Next slide, sir, please. Regarding the protein, if we see at the molecular level, the difference are even more profound. Every one of us heard about the A1 versus A2 milk. Next slide, sir. Everyone of us heard about the A1 versus A2 milk. In our indigenous Bos indicus cattle, the 67th position of beta-casein amino acid chain is anchored by proline. This creates a rigid enzymatic resistance bond that prevents the release of beta casomorphin 7, that is BCM7, during the digestion, which is a peptide often linked to gut inflammation in A1 milk from Western breeds. Next slide, sir. Structurally, if we see this casein micellar structure, the native cow milk features larger, denser casein micelles with a higher mineral to protein ratio. Next one. For dairy technologists, this casein micelles with a higher mineral to protein ratio is a brilliant processing behavior. It coagulates incredibly fast with rennet to form fast curds, boosts high thermal stability, shows very low synersis without chemical stabilizer. Next one, sir. So all these brilliant processing behaviors, this supports these our four core traditional processing pathways. So in that, this fermentation pathway is there, heat desiccated products, coagulated products, and fat-rich dairy products are there. Next one, sir. Nutritionally, this transformation process, it is highly beneficial. We see the release of the bioactive peptides during fermentation, the concentration of fat-soluble vitamins, that is ADEK, and the delivery of high quality, that is complete amino acids. Next slide, sir. However, as scientists, we must draw a clear line between what is well established and what requires further validation. It is well established that these products provide excellent calcium, complete proteins, and improved digestibility. But the claims regarding the absolute therapeutic superiority of Bellona ghee or a conventional ghee or specific disease prevention traits still require rigorous validation through standardized these human clinical trials or laboratory tests. Next, sir. Next slide. To truly elevate this sector, indigenous sector, we must address critical challenges. Like we also face challenges, critical challenges like lack of breed-specific research. Most data still evaluates pooled market, that is rather than other breeds like this Gir, Sahiwal, or Thurber. We also face challenges with processing standardization and the urgent need for advanced authentication tools like DNA testing and FTIR. This prevent the adulteration of premium products like Bellona ghee. कारण कि Bellona ghee and that conventional ghee. So there may be chances of adulteration. That's why to prevent that. So this one is important one. Next slide. To overcome these hurdles like adulteration, we must embrace emerging technologies like by integrating AI, IoT, machine vision, we can automate traditional manufacturing for consistent quality. Applying omics-based research like metabolomics, proteomics, which will help us properly map the bioactive compounds in our native milk. Next slide. So all these solutions, this brings us our unified roadmap for value addition. To truly secure the heritage through science, that is the future of indigenous sector, we must align our traditional heritage with modern scientific advances. On one track, we must prioritize indigenous cattle conservation, their preservation, the traditional processing such as fermentation and churning. On a parallel scientific track, we need to implement energy efficient dairy engineering, invest heavily in breed-specific milk characterization, and deploy advanced packaging and authentication tools. When these two paths merge, they foster robust rural entrepreneurship and support natural farming ecosystems. The ultimate outcome of this is that the creation of scientifically validated, safe, and globally competitive indigenous dairy products that take their rightful place as a premium health foods on the world stage. Next slide. So in conclusion, the next slide, please. Sir, next slide, please. So in conclusion, the theme of our path forward is simple. Heritage validated, future secured. Our indigenous cow milk products are not just food, they represent a unique convergence of our rich traditional dairy heritage and modern scientific innovations. By dedicating ourselves to strengthening breed-specific research and adopting precision quality standards, we achieve a dual victory. We actively support the conservation of our vital indigenous breeds while elevating India's traditional dairy treasures to the global premium market also. So thank you. So I want to extend my sincere thanks once again to this Ajit Dada Pawar Indigenous Cattle Research Cum Training Center, the College of Agriculture Pune, for hosting this crucial program. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for giving me opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for a nice presentation.
Okay, now we will.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. Vikas Bhalerao, Assistant Professor of Plant Protection, Regional Extension Center, College of Agriculture, Pune. And my topic is integrating indigenous cattle farming with natural farming system, opportunities, challenges, and the future prospect. Friends, we all are known that we all are aware that nowadays natural farming is becoming important component in agriculture due to the very detrimental effect of different agrochemicals and different types of chemical fertilizers which are used in mid 70s as there is a famine during mid 70s, there is a shortage of food in India, and we have adopted the green revolution, and we have introduced the high yielding varieties, which are very giving a very good yield and good response to the chemical fertilizers and pesticides. And but indiscriminate use of the different chemical fertilizers and different agrochemicals, it leads to the complete deterioration of the uh, soil and the environment. Also, the residues of the agrochemicals and the chemicals from the different chemical fertilizers, it leads to the health hazards, and there is increase in the number of cancer patients in India. So the basic and the most important detrimental effect of this chemical fertilizers is on soil, as on soil. Along with this use of chemical fertilizer, due to the intensive cropping pattern, the organic carbon in the Indian soils is getting decreased. So soil degradation from the chemical is the one thing, and it needs to be recovered by sustainable agriculture. So for this purpose, the indigenous caters can support to this reclamation. We just call it as a reclamation because soil are degraded due to the chemical farming. So the basic and the most important way is to use of indigenous cattle for supporting the or use of natural farming. So these particularly, if you can see, most of the soils near the big cities are also have contaminated with different type of chemicals from the chemical industries and other things. So when we consider indigenous cow, where it takes the food which is a residue of the plants, and from that it gives the milk which we consume, and whatever be the excreta that can be utilized again as a fertilizers, and the cycle continues. So we can easily integrate indigenous cows or to in natural farming system. Then the most important thing to in our natural farming is the soil. Particularly soil, we can uh, soil. Soil is a living type of thing, because soil has a physical property, chemical property, and biological properties also. All these properties are when in a good condition, then and then we can get the ample food from the soil. So workers with the natural biodiversity encouraging the soil biology, because soil biology is most important. In soil, n number of bacteria, fungi, and different microorganisms are present, like actinomycetes, and these microorganisms made available the different types of nutrient required for the plant. Just an example, the nitrogen is available in the environment up to 72%, but it is not in the form in which the plant can absorb and give the food and use as a food to the plants. So there are some N-fixing bacteria which fixes the which are already present in the soil, and it leads to the fixation of nitrogen and made available to the plants. Then there are some phosphate solubilizing bacteria, K mobilizing bacteria. These bacteria are native of the soil. If we are using haphazardly different agrochemicals or different chemical fertilizers, the population of this bacteria lows down. When we when we decrease this, to increase the population of these bacteria, fungi, and actinomycetes, it needs to be increased the uh, uh, it needs to increase the quantum of this different microorganism by carbon. So the most important thing in natural farming is the first and most important thing in natural farming is that we have to increase the carbon in the soil, and it can be done with the help of the manure produced from the indigenous cows. So effective and natural control of different resources can be utilized. Then important practices which we can adopt, like this Bijamrut, Jivamrut, and many more components which are the product developed from the indigenous cow excreta. Then nutrient cycle, how it works. When indigenous cow consumes the grass or the residues of the plant, then it gives the excreta of that cow is made available. When it get dead, it get decomposed, it make available, then it breaks down the organic carbon, the decomposers, and the organic carbon increases. It ultimately leads to the increase in the microflora in the soil, which make available different nutrients required by the plant, and the plant gives us the food. So this is simple, the nutrient cycle operating in the ecosystem. So this happens in and every soils. So why the only indigenous cows are there more beneficial in the natural farming? We at Ajit Dada Pawar Indigenous Cow Research and Training Centers was completed the some research work on comparative analysis of cow dung and urine, and we found that there is a tremendous difference between the crossbreed cows and Indian indigenous cows. And we have a number of we have more than 100 indigenous cows, and of these the most important are the Saiwal, Tharparkar, Rathi, Gir, Lal Sindhi. Then along with that, particularly as concerned to the Maharashtra, Khilar, Lalkandari, Devni, Gavlau, Kokon Kapila, Dangi, these are some of the cows, and these are some of the breeds in India. So the cow dung and urine from this breed can be utilized in natural farming. So what are the components of the natural farming? The first and the most important component is the Bijamrut, which we are using to use for seed treatment, which contain the cow dung, cow urine, and lime. Then the second one is Jivamrit. Jivamrit, it is a nutrient management. So it give the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash to the plants. Nutrient management through cow dung plus cow urine plus jaggery plus pulse flour or any flour from the pulses. Then we have to maintain the WAPSA condition or irrigation always, so that there will be the good absorption of available nutrients in the rhizospheric soil of the plant. Then plant protection measures. So we are here in natural farming using only the product which are in the nature for the protection of the different pest, diseases, and nematode. Plant protections with Nimasra, Brahmasra, and Agnyastra. These are the options for plant protection. Then mulching. So crop mulching, we have to cover the soil so that it can lead to the minimum weeds, and also due to that it increases, it maintains the temperature of the soil below the environmental temperature, and it becomes the congenial environment for the fast growth of the different microorganism, and air efficiency may increase. So these are the different components in natural farming. So these are some components: Bijamrut, Jivamrut, Ghana Jivamrut, Nimasra, Dashparni. So these are all are the different products. Some are the fermented, some are used. As far as take an example of the Dashparni, a fermented plant-based pest repellent. Then Nimasra, a neem-based natural pesticide for pest control. Ghanajivamrut, a solid biofertilizer that provides essential nutrients to the plant. Jivamrut, a liquid biofertilizer that improves the soil fertility. And Bijamrut, a natural seed treatment to enhance the germination and growth of the seedlings. Then this is the process how we prepare the Jivamrut, Bijamrut, and Panchagavya. Then how to increase the organic carbon. So better for nutrient, better uplift, and the proper growth of the microorganism in the soil, proper aeration in the soil, to improve the texture, and chemical properties of the soil. We have to maintain the organic carbon above 0.8 and above. But in our in Indian context nowadays, the organic carbon is at the level of 0.4 to 0.3. So so we have to improve it, improve it, and it can be improved by use of cow dung and urine regularly in the soil. Then carbon sequestration, lower input cost, because what are the inputs we are using in natural farming? Those are from the farmer's farm, from his household, and we are not spending any money, so the cost benefit ratios become higher than that of the traditional farming. Leads to the reduction in use of fertilizers, particularly synthetic fertilizer, pesticide. Reduction in water use per irrigation cycle improves the yield. Access to the on-farm diverse nutritional food and income diversification will be done. Then uh, the next part is what farm diversification means. The diversification of farm means the farmer has to plant different types of crops, like agronomic crops, horticulture crops. Then he have to rear the animals. In vegetable crops, farmers can use different types of vegetable, not a single type of vegetable. It becomes a monocropping. So rather than that, mixed cropping, or different components were used in this particular aspect, diversification. If the farmer diversifies it, then it lead to the increase in the income of the farmer. Then what are the challenges? There are a lot of challenges. Environmental challenges are there, market challenges are there, and how to mitigate that. So for mitigating these challenges, newer technologies like artificial intelligence, IoT, that is Internet of Things, machine learning, remote sensing, microbiome, these can be utilized. Nowadays, many scientists are working on this aspect, and different machines are there in the market, which are give the accurate prediction of different diseases, pest, and also the environmental condition. So how sustainable agriculture benefit farmers and the agribusiness? It lowers the cost, improves the soil fertility, then climate resilience, market demand, and premium pricing, because it is residue free, then regulatory compliance, and the risk reduction is very most thing, and it gives the biodiversity. So these are the different benefits to the farmers and agribusiness and entrepreneurs of the sustainable agriculture. Then future prospect, the first future prospect, we have to conserve the breed. We have to conserve the different pure indigenous breed in India. So for that purpose, different research institute are taking different researches, and also government agencies are also nowadays are planned some research project for the breed conservation with the help of modern technique like embryo transfer and other thing. Then bio input standardization. Here in our country, there is no any standardization for the bio input, so it needs to be for the standardization of bio input. Then AI advisory. So artificial, this is a era of artificial intelligence. So by use of artificial intelligence, different advisories regarding the prediction of the diseases, pest, or environmental conditions, we have to we can we can tackle different problems. And the climate resilience is the another future prospect. So indigenous cattle are central to the sustainable natural farming. So this is about the my topic. If you have any queries, feel free to ask me.
Thank you, sir. Very nice presentation. I request the participant to ask any question if there is any query.
Thank you once and all. Now, this was the last presentation. All the presenters have done from yesterday. We are conducting this one, this national seminar. So on this occasion, I request Dr. D.D. Patange sir to give the concluding remarks.
Sir, good evening to all of us. Good evening, sir. Paul sir. सर माझा आवाज येतो का?
हा येतोय सर, बोला.
हा, थोडा रेंज मध्ये आमच्याकडे थोडासा नेटवर्कचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. So I am very happy to share you that right now I think more than 12 presenters present their papers in different angle, different aspects different angles and different aspects of the production of the milk, along with the conservation of the breed, and also how to improve the productivity of the milk, rather than productivity, rather than the production and maintaining of the animal. Rather than the production of the animal, some scientists also emphasize on the processing aspects of milk and milk product, and thereby how to improve the keeping quality of the indigenous cow milk. So in nutshell, this seminar particularly prove itself. It's a time need to strengthen the importance of indigenous cattle in Indian context, and also to improve the quality of the milk and market strategy for the milk and milk product from the indigenous cow too. So again, particularly, I thanks to all the organizing committee and convener of this conference to have organizing such session. No doubt, now the environment is somewhat rainy environment is there, and may not be possible to all the scientists or all the participants to come at Pune and to participate actually and present their paper. But by means of online mode, they are able to do such type of the conversation and dialogue among them. So again, I thank you to one and all for giving thoughts and being a part of this seminar too. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your nice remark. Now I request Dr. Paul, sir, for the vote of thanks. Dr. Paul.
Good evening to all of you. Now this is our concluding session. That is a vote of thanks. Now today is our second day of national seminar on the sustainable indigenous cattle farming. From the yesterday, we have discussed a lot of the topics. So on the occasion of the 22 July, there is a big program is there, exhibition is there on the occasion for the pure indigenous cattle conservation. In July, I request from the organizing committee that you have to come here at the Pune at the ICRTC for taking in that big function. So first of all, I will very thankful to our respected Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Vilas Kharche sir for supporting us, for guidance us, for organizing this seminar, for providing all the financial, technical support from the office. So I am also thankful to the Honorable Director of Research, Dr. Prashant Bodke sir, for constant guidance and encouraging us for taking such programs. I am thankful to respected Director of Extension Education, that is Dr. Gorakh Sasane sir, for guidance us for that program and disseminating all the technologies, knowledge to the farmers and the cattle owners. I am thankful to the respected Dean Faculty of Agriculture, Dr. Satappa Kharbade sir, for constant guidance and encouragement to all the scientists in our project. I am thankful to respected head Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy Science, Dr. D.K. Kamble sir, for technical guidance to all the team members. I am thankful to the respected Associate Dean sir, Dr. Subhash Bhalekar sir, for organizing this event and providing all the facilities in the college and in the project. I am thankful to the Chief Scientist, Dr. Somnath Mane sir, for taking too much efforts from last 1 month for organizing that all the 7 day series, that seminar, and in the for tomorrow's big program is there. So I am thankful to the respected Chief Scientist sir. I am thankful to the respected Professor, Animal Husbandry and Dairy Science Section, College of Agriculture, Pune, Dr. Kankhare sir, for providing that support for conducting that all the program. I am thankful to all the speakers from yesterday. In every day, we are conducting almost 7 to 8 lectures, lead paper lectures. We have seen on the different subjects, aspect, animal nutrition, animal breeding, and organic farming. All these subjects are there. So I am thankful to all the speakers. I am thankful to all the panelists, reporters, and the most important, the participants for taking part in that national seminar. Most of the lectures have carried out very beautifully. Their in-depth lecture is there. as well as some of the speakers have presented their poster, their oral presentation or the research abstract. I am thankful to all these speakers, participants for taking part in that beautiful natural seminar. And I'm thankful to the YouTube also, because YouTube channel is providing or disseminating that knowledge forever to all the participants, farmers, because that all the YouTube's videos are available on the YouTube channel of the AP ICRTC YouTube channel is there. So you can see all the lectures forever in our YouTube channels. I am thankful to all the staff members, technical staff members, co-scientists, Vikas Bhalrao sir, Dr. Ajutika sir, Dr. Vishnu Narwade sir, co-scientist is there, as well as I am thankful to the Sujit Bhalrao sir, Arjun is there. So all the organizing committee, all the members of our organizing committee, I am very thankful here. So I am concluding that national seminar session. A vote of thanks is from me. Thank you. So there are some instructions for all the participants. You have filled the Google form. On the basis of your registration, we will provide the certificates, and those who have presented the paper, they will give the certificate of the presentation, oral presentation, abstract presentation, and there are some prizes are there for the oral presentation and poster presentation. On the tomorrow's program, that program is also live on the YouTube. We will select three prize winners, and we will on tomorrow we will disclose that winners, and we will send the soft copies of that certificate to your email as well as in our WhatsApp channel. So, by the permission of the president, I am declaring that national seminar is over now. We will see tomorrow. The tomorrow's program is also live from the YouTube channel, as well as the link will be shared in our YouTube channel. So that's from me. Have the good day. So our national seminar is concluded. Thank you very much to all the participants. Thank you.